Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to a new video. We're here with another update on the 57 Chevy Nomad two-door station wagon. Man, this one's been really fun. It's been a journey. And it actually has been more fun than a headache, I'll tell you that. And I think a lot of it has to do with just having that vision of like knowing like, okay, I want the car to look like this and I want to have these colors, and let me go ahead and look around my stuff, check the stash. Let me make sure I got the right tools, the paints, and the right wheels. So right here, what you see right in front of you is the 57 Chevy Nomad by Atlantis models. Upon going forward with this build, I started to discover regarding fitment issues, things that weren't working out. It's coming from a vintage mold, some of the original molds from back in the day, and I didn't know this. I was just like, all right, cool. Well, let's find out. And if you guys have seen the previous videos, hopefully you guys have caught up with what we've done so far. So today I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and take advantage of the cool weather in the morning. Let me work on this model before it starts to heat up in the day. So I started doing some minor, body work areas that needed more attention all around. And then I was like, you know what? We need to do the mock-up. We need to get the wheels all set, the stance, before we're going to paint, before we're going to do any of that. Originally, I was going to use the original wheels from the kit. But then, something had happened where I had spilled some Tamiya glue. And you'll see right here, this whole area right here. Look, it almost looks like the car went, right? Tamiya liquid glue, I ended up spilling it. It also got on some of the parts from the kit. So I was like, oh man, I had to toss those out. And then I was just looking around trying to see if I could, maybe scratch build or grab parts from another kit to see how I was going to put the wheels in. There really wasn't anything that I was coming across. So then I remembered, I was like, you know what? Let me look through my stash of wheels. And then I started looking up 57 Nomads, photos and everything, started doing some research. And I saw this one that had these Cadillac, center hubcaps along with these like fat white walls. And I was like, oh my God, I just like fell in love with it. I copied the photos, sent it to my friend, sent it to a couple more friends. And I started just going on YouTube, anywhere where I could find a video of someone just cruising on a Nomad. And right there, I was like, all right, I'm going to roll with these. So I started to set up the wheels with the Nomad. And also in the inside right here, let me get a tool so I could kind of point something out. Right here in this part, what's connected to the wheel, that inner piece is from the AMT Caprice kit. I ended up taking that from them just because I was like, I need something to connect this to the chassis, right? The back, the rear, everything. In the front, I mean. And so this one did the thing. I know right now, I don't have the wheel well, the ones from the inside glued on or anything. I'm gonna paint those, and then later I'll stick those in there. For now, I already did a mock-up with all the interior pieces in there as well, just to see how everything would function and work, fitment and everything. The one thing I will say is that inside, there's those inserts in the instructions. It tells you put those basically already on the interior that connects to the chassis, and then you're gonna like just pop it in, right? But I already know that right there you're gonna run into some problems. So I said, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do it the other way. I'm gonna attach them better on here, so this way when I just slide in the bottom chassis with the interior piece, it will just fit in there, And the back, obviously I sealed it right here, but later coming to think of it, I was like thinking to myself, man, if I had to do this model again, I'd probably seal this again for sure, and maybe put like a temporary hold on the tailgate just to make sure everything is straight, and then after that open it up, so this way we had a functioning tailgate and also the upper portion of the window, right, the rear window. But going into this, I really wanted to like prove to myself, all right, this model has all the, I'm hearing they have problems, and it's not just one person, it's a lot of people. So I'm like, let me go ahead and do it. Hopefully I could find some type of solution, and hopefully, this will help someone who's building this model, because if someone builds this model, let's say within the month or a year from now, 5 years from now, somebody, let's say somebody buys the model from my website, and then they're going to be like, wait, what's going on? Why isn't anything fitting or this and that, right? Now I have video. Now I could show some steps, or even like what I did to mine, and hopefully that can give some clarity right there. But also, again, if there's questions, or my customers need help, let me know. Or even if you're not a customer, you bought the kit somewhere else, I'm still gonna help you. So right now at this stage, tomorrow when I have time, or even over the weekend, I'm gonna look at the whole body in the sun with a fresh pair of eyes. I'm gonna rest up, look at it just to make sure and see if there's any imperfections. Another tip I would recommend is take photographs of your model while you're in the stages, because sometimes when you zoom in photos, you'll be able to see blemishes or areas that sometimes our eyes will not, catch it in that moment, but a photograph will. So that was another thing. I kept taking photos and finding little spots. I kept fixing those little areas. So once I'm like, all right, cool, it's green light, let's do it. Then after that, I got to just prep and lay down a base, pretty much a white base over the whole body, all these parts. As far as the interior, it's only going to be the top portion of the interior. The bottom is going to remain in black. And along, with all the other parts from there, I already have my paint reduced and mixed, ready to go, ready to spray. So pretty much, the roof right here, we're going to be hitting it with some effects, some Pro effects right here. So it's basically going to be a white roof with like a blue pearl effect on top. And it's going to be really light. It's going to be something that you're only going to see when it's under the sun or under light. And then the rest of the body is going to be the indigo blue. If you guys don't know, look up House of Color limited edition and just put indigo blue. I have a feeling there's probably another word in there that I'm missing, but it's the only one. And that's going to be the color of the body. The inserts and other pieces are going to have both colors mixing together. I'm going to have the bench, and then the whole back part, I'm going to be using most likely some like crushed velvet, a white crushed velvet to be going in there. So I'm very excited about that, putting it all together. We already did a test fitment with all the chrome pieces. I have them in this little baggie for now, but later, when the time comes, I'll break these out and we'll start to assemble, that. So once the car is base coated, we got the two colors laid out. Right after that, I'm going to go right ahead and pretty much, I would say maybe the next day, I'll clear coat the car. So I'll get that. As far as the hood, I did talk about hinging the hood. So I don't think I'm going to do the, like the traditional way of like, oh, let me get my wires and pliers and let me start, hinging. I think what I'm really going to do is just use the hinge that came with the kit. I already did a test fit and everything and like a hinging process. So, I'm going to use that method and then have it hinge. When it's like this, I'm going to most likely going to have some type of wire or something to just put in there to hold it, because I don't know if it's really going to hold it. It's going to most likely fall, but just to try to do it like the real thing, I'll most likely put something in there and then just go about doing the engine, as well. So we'll see. I'm going to keep it super chill with the engine. Nothing too crazy. I am going to use the parts that came with the kit for the engine, but it's not going to be something that's going to be, using a ton of aftermarket products and anything like that. No, it's mostly the stance, the exterior look, the wheels. That's really my goal, what I'm going for, because at the end of the day, these models, when I put them in their box and they're here, in my space and I look at them, this is the way I look at them. If I take them to a show, this is going to be the way I'm going to display it. And, once in a while, I might open up the hood. But like I said, it's not going to be nothing impressive compared to a lot of you guys out there that are killing it with the engines. I need to get on your guys' level, and that's going to come later. For now, I just got to focus on what I'm enjoying right now. And then furthermore, once I set goals to start getting into engines and all that, I'm going to start hitting up my homies and, you know, all you guys that are masters at that for sure, because I need to learn that discipline right there. But hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll keep you updated on more updates. Have fun out there building your models. Be safe, and thank you for watching. Peace.